In downtown Portland, Oregon, the old building known as Riverside Heights looked modern from the outside, but inside, the silence felt wrong, not peaceful, unnatural, like the building was hiding something. Emma had just moved in, hoping for a fresh start, but the apartment next to hers, 6B, was about to change her life forever. Her very first night, at 3:12 a.m. she heard it, tap, tap, tap. 3 knocks on her bedroom wall, the wall that connected directly to apartment 6B. The next night, the same thing happened, same time, same rhythm, but this time, after the taps, she heard faint scratching, like someone dragging their fingernails slowly across the wall. On the third night, the wall seemed to vibrate, as if someone on the other side was pushing hard against it. Emma panicked, and turned on her phone's audio recorder. The next morning, when she replayed it, her blood ran cold. A small, trembling voice whispered, "Please, don't leave me, I'm still here." It sounded like a child, scared, weak, crying. Emma demanded answers from the landlord. "Does someone live in 6B?" she asked. The landlord froze for a second and finally said, "Nobody has lived there since 2014, and it's better if you don't ask." Breaking into 6B, Emma wasn't satisfied. "Police were eventually called and forced the door open." A wave of freezing cold air rushed out, colder than the winter outside. The apartment was untouched. Thick layers of dust covered furniture, old wallpaper peeling away, but one corner of the room stood out. The floor there was perfectly clean, like someone had been sitting there every single day, and that's where they found her, a small girl's skeleton, kneeling, hands pressed against the shared wall, Emma's wall, head tilted forward as if she died while begging for help. The medical examiner made a horrifying discovery. The girl had been trapped for days, starved, alone. Her fingers were broken. Her fingernails were still embedded deep in the wall, right where Emma kept hearing the taps. They also found a journal. The last entry read, "Mum told me to hide. She locked me in and never came back. I keep knocking. Why won't anyone hear me?" Emma moved out that same week, but the new tenants, they all report the exact same thing. 3 taps, every night, 3:12, a.m. and a whisper growing closer each time. "You heard me, right?" Story 2, The Red Ribbon Murders, USA English version, Rosewood Heights. Lansing, Michigan was the kind of suburb where everything looked perfect, clean. Lawns. Quiet nights. Kids riding bikes after school, but everything changed the night the first red ribbon appeared. A child vanished. No forced entry, no witnesses. Just a single red ribbon, tied neatly around the family's front doorknob. Then it happened. Again. Another ribbon. Another missing child. Police tested the fabric and discovered something chilling. The ribbon wasn't modern. It was hand-woven, made from material used in the 1800s. Rachel's baby monitor footage. Rachel, a single mother, woke up to the sound of her baby monitor, alerting her to movement. She checked the screen, and froze. A pale woman wearing a tattered, Victorian dress was standing beside the crib. Her hair was gray and matte, her eyes sunken in her hand, an old pair of scissors. But the most terrifying part, she didn't walk around the room, she flickered. Each second she was in a new position, closer to the crib, closer to the camera, closer to her son. Rachel ran upstairs, heart pounding, when she reached the room. Her baby was gone, the only thing left behind, a single red ribbon tied to the crib. Railing pulleys slowed down the monitor footage, frame by frame. In one frame, the Victorian woman leaned inches from the lens and whispered, "Mine." Investigators dug through old archives and uncovered a dark history. In 1886, a midwife named Eleanor Briggs was accused of stealing newborns for strange rituals. Villagers set her house on fire. With her still inside, her body was never recovered. Neither were her scissors. Footprints found outside the missing children's homes matched shoes from the 1800s. To this day, locals warn, if you ever wake up and find a red ribbon on your door, don't open it, don't make a sound, don't even breathe, because Eleanor Briggs always comes back for the ones she chooses. Story 3, The Highway 49 Shadow Man. USA English version. Highway 49 in Northern California is a long, isolated stretch of asphalt surrounded by dense, quiet forest. Dozens of accidents happen there every year. Authorities blame fog and sharp turns, but truckers know the truth. They've all seen the same thing, the Shadow Man, a tall, thin, pitch-black figure standing perfectly still in the middle of the road at exactly 3:00 a.m. No face, no features, just darkness shaped like a man. Masons. Encounter Mason was a veteran trucker, 14 years on the road, no accidents. Until that night, at 3 a.m., his headlights flickered, A chill swept through the cab. The air felt heavy, almost suffocating. Then he saw it. A silhouette in the center of the highway. Not moving, not reacting, just standing there. Mason slammed the brakes. The truck skidded, metal screamed, and everything went black, but the dashcam kept recording. What the dashcam captured when police reviewed the footage, they decided never to release it to the public. After the crash, the shadow man disappeared from the road, but 14 seconds later, he reappeared inside the smoke, slowly approaching Mason's shattered window. His movements were unnatural, like bones cracking with each step, joints bending the wrong way. Then he tilted his head, farther, until it was almost sideways, and he just watched Mason bleed, breathing slowly, deeply, like he was studying him. After 28 seconds, the shadow man stepped backward and dissolved into the darkness. Not walking, not fading, just vanishing. The forest footprints highway. Workers repairing the crash site reported something even worse. Footprints leading into the forest. Not human footprints, long, burned shapes, almost claw-like, deep inside the woods. They found a patch of trees burned in the shape of a tall figure. Locals warn, if your headlights flicker on Highway 49, don't look in your mirror, because the shadow man only appears when someone notices him, and if you see him once, he follows you.